Yeah.
Yeah, we're rolling if you want, brother. I appreciate this, bro.
Just make sure, is that all?
So how long have we got?
Just in
Trust me, on camera, off camera, I'm the same, so you ain't gonna feel like pressure.
Yeah, that's alright. Yeah.
Very dramatic, but I like it.
Both together nicely. So you see how you're turning, you can turn a bit more so it's like
face the camera.
rather than towards the wall or completely straight. Yeah, not like it's face on.
So like it.
Yeah, you're both talking to each other, but it's always like a little bit more that way and like yeah. Like
I need a proper little chair, you know.
See, Terry's a pro now because she's did so. Look at sitting there.
For like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. But waiting for me or just in general?
This is cool. We're seeing your presenter side of things.
I apologise. I've been very busy. I've been
Where?
not 6 police stations I've filmed.
Yeah.
Your ex-colleagues. Yeah. I will mention this now. Like, I've got a very sore throat, but I'm ready to roll, Mick.
That's fine. Leave it like that.
Yeah, leave it like that. Alright, whenever you're ready.
He's been going anyway, haven't you?
Huh?
You've been rolling anyway.
Yeah, it's
Shall I
been
call
going.
you the laughing order?
Yeah, TLA, laughing a lot. Yeah,
Just call me whatever, Danny or Gypsy.
yeah. I'm not going to say much because you guys are going to be talking. It will ruin their footage.
You
So
gonna
just,
do this after?
I've had it done it.
Ah, he's beat me to it.
Beat you to it, mate.
How long do you get?
About half an hour or something. I don't know, something like
I
that.
don't have to go that long, but I mean.
It was alright. It was a good conversation.
Up to Terry. She's nervous, I can see. Do
Yeah.
you smoke, Terry? No. Oh, you don't smoke weed or fags or something. I've got some questions going to make you laugh. I want to eat
I
you.
work for the NHS.
Bold man.
Alright, Christy. What's happening then? Is it all rolling or?
Yep, ready to roll when you are ready.
No, I'm ready to go, mate.
Alright.
I'll just flow now. Yeah?
3, 2, 1, action.
Alright, Terry. My name's Gypsy Auditor UK, yeah? My name's Danny. I do a YouTube channel, Filming Police, yeah? And are you an ex-police officer?
Custody officer, yeah, ex.
And who did you work for?
We met
And how long for?
2 years.
And what made you quit?
The way that I was treated by my seniors.
How was you treated? Would you like break it down?
Just had a lot going on in my personal life. I'd lost my mum to domestic violence just before I joined the job, and I was going through court cases, and it was just really hard. Didn't ever really get any support from them. My sickness was a bit up and down.
What sickness?
Because I took time off.
Mentally ill?
It affected me massively, as I'm sure you can appreciate.
Oh, there you are.
And yeah, so my attendance was not as good as I would want it to be, and I think I kind of just sort of got pushed out one reason or another.
So what are they like, these police officers, right, behind the scenes? Like, you know, they put on an image to the public, yeah? I'm sure you lot, like, before you come down to start your day or whatever, you lot might have a chat about what you got to do, yeah? What are they generally like behind the scenes? A general police officer?
A lot of them are good.
Yeah.
Good people that you'd think I would happily socialise with you outside of work. I could talk to you if I had a problem. Decent people.
Is it in work they're different?
I used to only really see them at break times and at briefings, and then if they arrested someone and brought them into custody, so I wouldn't be out with them on patrol. So how they were conducting themselves on the street, I wasn't really aware.
Did you ever see any of them attack public members when they brought them into custody and stuff like
I
that?
wouldn't say attack, but you would often see things that...
Over the top, maybe?
Yeah, like you'd think that, is that really reasonable force? That
Did you used to tell them that?
I have in the past mentioned it to other officers that were more senior, just because I didn't really know what the process was to kind of whistle blow, and I'd mention it. Whether or not it escalated and went anywhere, I don't know.
Wow, do you think you got ignored?
Possibly.
From your voice, I know we're rolling the cameras and that, I can hear like you got a lot of fear, maybe speaking out. Are you worried about speaking out?
No, because I don't think, I'm not here to slate anyone.
Yeah.
Because for every potentially bad officer, bad apple, there was a hell of a lot of people that were in it for the right reasons.
What's the percentage of good and bad, in your opinion? 50-50?
I worked there, but this is going back sort of how many years? Maybe 18 years ago.
18 years? So you've been off the force for 18 years?
Yeah.
And where was you based?
South Norwood.
Where's that?
It's in Croydon. Their custody suite's been shut down now, and it's combined and moved somewhere else.
You know, you got the big one there now, the big police station in Croydon.
Yeah.
And there's a memorable thing outside.
Yeah.
Is that a police officer that passed away?
Yeah.
And I filmed there, right? Now, we as auditors, people say, oh, you're anti-police. I paid my respect, and I didn't want to film that day because I see the thing outside.
Yeah.
Made me feel sick, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't want anyone passing away. Member of public, a police officer, whatever. We're all human beings.
Yeah.
What's your views on this year, just 2023, and we're in June now, the 6th month, there's been 5 deaths in custody already this year. What's your views? It's rising every year, by the way. What's your views on this?
The thing that I found quite surprising about was a death in custody is anyone that's been detained, and I think it's up until 48 hours after they leave custody. And I don't know if to me, a death in custody is what happens there and imminently after.
Because they're looking after them, aren't they? It's their
yeah,
priority.
Exactly. So potentially someone that's been in custody and then dies a day or so later, is it a death in custody?
It still is, because they were technically there, weren't they?
Yeah.
And then like they might have been hurt while they're there, or not give their medication. They could have fitted, or there could have been delay in the drugs in the system. Yeah, because they might swallow drugs while they're going in there, because they're under pressure. They don't want to get caught with it, so they'd rather swallow it, and then they die. Yeah. It's horrendous. Anyone dying in police custody, we're in a wealthy country here in the UK, yeah, no one should be dying at all. And what's your views on people filming in public, like I do and my colleague behind us? Auditing. Have you ever heard of it?
I had not properly. I didn't fully kind of really understand what it was that you do prior to today.
Have you looked yet? Any videos?
Not yet.
Do you know what the funny thing is? You look a bit nervous, yeah? I promise you, if you watch any of our content, we're not anti-police. We're actually like middle ground. And what you're doing is a massive thing, yeah? You should be proud of yourself, because not many people have the bottle to do what you're doing now. It's rare, isn't it?
But that's what concerns me.
I know.
Why are people not brave to do it?
Shall I
Why
tell you
do
what?
people hide their faces? Do you know what I mean? That makes me feel that there's an element of why.
Danger.
Yeah,
Shall
why I
shall
should be
tell you what?
concerned.
How old are you, Terry?
37.
37-year-old. You've got children, right? So obviously you're nervous. I will give you that respect, and my colleagues filming us now to hide your face, yeah? Because of obviously potential danger.
Well, yeah, because it's your choice to do what you do, not mine.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I've always shown my face. I don't care. Police are corrupt, I've seen, but I've seen good ones and all. So my story, yeah, like I've been in prison twice. I've been attacked by police, but I've attacked them as well. Now I was a mug because I punched the police officer, and then all their colleagues jumped on me back and started kicking me. They were 5 of them were kicking me in the jaw repeatedly. They were trying to knock me out, and they didn't, luckily, because I was on steroids and I was a bit erratic, and they couldn't knock me down, yeah? That's just one instance of my life. But there might be 50 other occasions that have been like that, and then there might be another 50 that have been good and all. So that's why I've got to balance.
Yeah.
So what you're doing, yeah, is a very risky thing, but I think you're doing a great thing. And hopefully more people now will speak out from you doing this. So you should be proud of yourself, and you look very nervous. You shouldn't be nervous, man. Life's for living, not living on edge. You seem like you're on edge. So I won't be on edge. We understand police are very corrupt, yeah? There was another one the other day in Limehouse where 2 dogs were shot.
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Mhm.
Did you see the video?
Yeah.
Oh, me and my missus watched it. She was crying. Now, I've covered this story and went to Limehouse and filmed the location where the dogs were shot. Do you believe that was over the top?
Yeah.
Now, come on, the dog was dead, yeah? And they were dragging it, weren't they? While they were shooting, the other one kept shooting it. The other dog's body was getting dragged. Now, if you can do that to a dog, what could you do to a human being? That's a psychopath for me. Because if you can hurt animals, the next thing on that stage is human. If you look at the thing behind psychopaths. So them police officers need to be gone. And they need to be in the mental hospital, in my opinion. Because I understand the dogs might have been attacking people and stuff, yeah? But they weren't a banned breed. Did you hear about this, guys? It wasn't a banned breed. And it was over a use of force. It made me feel sick. My kids were like, Dad, what's that? And I'm like, no, get away from the screen. Because imagine if they see it, it'd do their head in, wouldn't it?
Mm.
So you watched this then, and then did you like get upset yourself?
Yeah.
And obviously, you're under the mat. It's crazy to see a police officer in real life, and you've been very open. I appreciate it, right? Do you believe the Met can change the perception they've got, like the public, how they view them now? Do you think they can turn that around to make them believe in them again? It's just new commissioners all the time. Every week they're coming out talking about this and that. Do you think they can go? Start again? Or do you think they could change it now?
think there needs to be a massive reshuffle. I don't think it's just down to changing commissioner, because although they are at the top,
And they see everything.
yeah, but they don't.
No.
They're only reported to by everyone below them, borough commander, etc. And
Yeah.
if the information isn't being filtered through because they're trying to, you know, stop that information getting out,
Yeah.
it's never going to get to the commissioner. They're not going to be aware of it. So it's kind of, the whole kind of family tree needs
Yeah.
a shake up, I think, in order to, a bit like the government.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can't just, you know,
Get
just
rid
get
of
rid of one
replace.
and think everyone else is going to step up and make a difference.
It's a history, I think, of the police, yeah. It's rotten to the core. I think the Met Police are rotten to the core. Like you said, I think you need to get rid of the lot, maybe, start again. Because surely the basic thing of a police officer is to serve the public and to like save lives and, do you know what I mean, bust the bad guys in a sense, yeah? What are they really doing now? Going in the drugs cabinet, taking some weed home, taking some money home. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've covered many cases. David Carrick, Wayne Cousins. Like, look, the list is endless now. And what's your views on Wayne Cousins, for instance? He got 30 odd year for killing Sarah Everett. Do you have any personal views on that?
Well, just that it should never have got to that.
No.
He should never have been in the police force. Like,
Do you think he was a psychopath?
well, it has to be, doesn't it? To take someone else's life and to do all the
Oh.
things that he's done prior to that.
He's a sicko, isn't he? Do you know, if I see that man face to face, oh, I'd like to have 5 minutes with him. Because he was so protected, yeah? He's not going to be, he might be protected in prison, yeah?
Yeah, it probably will be.
He'd be on the vulnerable wings,
Yeah,
yeah?
of course.
But there'll be targets on him. People that have been brutalised by police, maybe in the system, and if they get wind of him, it might be...
But he'll probably be in isolation on his own. Anyone,
His
paedophiles
food.
and you know, people that have killed women, I know myself.
Really?
They're very well looked after.
Okay, but their food they get, right? Because I've been in prison myself. And down the seg, for instance, they're down the segregation unit
Yeah.
or a separate bit. The boys that are feeding them and prep their meals, they might be able to poison them, and that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
Look, you can't always get to people, and I wouldn't recommend it, but people like Wayne Cousins are an absolute disgrace. And I'm filming every day out there, asking Met police officers their views on it, and they will not comment. I've had a few that have, 2 or 3 here or there, but 300 more are not. And this is where the public are watching our stuff and going, why are they not saying that's the
It's
scum?
silence. You don't.
But that ain't no good, is it?
No, of course it isn't. But you don't. I don't know. I just feel like within the force, it's kind of almost like you don't talk to press, you don't talk to anyone outside of the force. Same as you don't go home and offload on your families about X, Y, and Z.
Are you taught
You
that?
just don't. Yeah, it's just a blanket ban that you don't speak to people outside of.
In your mind, surely, like you, for you, for instance, Jay, when you went home, you must have had all these images in your head still. How'd you get rid of them? Like all the stuff you might have seen. How'd you just turn that off?
It's hard.
Did you used to do that? Turn it off?
No, I had to really. You
Did
just
you ever
have to try.
Did you ever dream of anything like? Did you see some bad stuff then?
Yeah.
Like deaths?
Yeah. But ultimately, not deaths in custody, but
Right.
people that were brought in following murders and things like that. But I
Oh,
used
so the
to
people that have
just,
done it,
yeah,
you've seen them
Oh,
come in.
well, I was in custody, so I would
see
be
the lot?
looking after them.
Pause for a sec, everyone. Just
Yeah.
change the battery. You're doing
Terry,
really
you're
good.
doing really good. I know you're pausing. I know you're very nervous. Yeah, my camera's still rolling. Like I'm on this guy. Yeah, just
It's more this that makes me
Yeah.
anxious than this.
yeah. This
Yeah.
these
Because
lights.
this-
are-
I'm not getting your face.
No, I know.
You get
but
me,
I
yeah?
just
Yeah, I've
spoke-
got
Oh,
you.
look at-
100%. All right, mate. Yeah, you're looking good.
Gypsy's got a big head, yeah.
Yeah, taking up the whole screen.
Oh, I'm not bad, I'm not-
All
you got a big head.
you're alright. It looks good, you know.
Ah,
It's
good,
going to be a good video. Look.
I think, see me, I'm genuine, Terry, yeah? I'll talk to you now like I would on there. And this is why I feel like my channel is so good to me. I've had success because people can see I'm real. And like, I will show both sides. See, I don't know if you think the questions have been a bit hard, but I've got a lot more to come.
No, it's fine.
As you shake your head, that's alright.
So we can swap the. You can ask the questions now
You
if
do
you
whatever you
want,
want. I'm open to anything.
and you can grill him. I think.
Girl, whatever it's
I mean, remember, it's not, and we won't say it's your questions, but just what the other side, be devil's advocate. If you can allow her to be devil's
She
advocate,
can
so
ask
don't take it too
whatever you want.
personally.
I don't. As long as you don't call me Ginger, because I don't think I'm Ginger. Do you think I'm Ginger, Terry? Alright, Christian. Alright then.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Alright,
Tell it's hot in here, isn't it? With the lights on.
I think it's like on you, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do you think I feel, bro? I'm sorry. I'm mashed off.
Did you have the ballet on and all? when you
Yeah,
did it?
mate. All day long.
Alright, free to.
Remember the monetizations, all this sort of stuff. Remember?
Mickey,
He's getting into the nuts and bolts.
So, as recommended by Mr. Mickey, the cameraman, would you like to ask me anything, Terry? You can ask anything you want.
Okay. What is your main purpose of why you do what you do?
Oh, there's a question. That's very hard. Shall I tell you the real reason why I do it? I got inspired to do it by watching others as a fan at home. I was my license of prison was ending in 2021. I thought I'll watch these people till I get to 2021, and when my license ends, I'll start auditing. I started the same day my license ended. I done 7 years in prison for GBH, right? I just done 5 years for GBH intent. So I done back-to-back long sentences. The whole time I was in prison, I was like, I'm not gonna hurt the police when I get out, but I want to film and tell my stories. So how am I gonna do that? Then Live Free and Arthur Taylor and Auditing Britain on YouTube recommended on my thing. Then I watched them, I thought, cool, they're doing what I want to do. And then that's when I first picked up the camera, or a phone, an iPhone 6, and filmed Reading Prison, which was the first prison I entered in 2012. And I told my story, and I was so emotional because I was like, oh, I don't have to go in there no more. I can film it and walk home. And then I just done every prison I've been in, all my local police stations, and now obviously I've been all around the country. So it's a very long answer. I'm sorry, Terry, but that's the truth. I got inspired, and I just wanted to tell my own truths. And I've been brutalised by police myself, and I've had good experiences. So I thought, why not tell that on camera with a building behind me? Yeah. So for instance, I went to Limehouse and told the dog story because the officers were from there. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I like to have a building behind the story I'm telling. In a sense, it's a story making.
Yeah.
What I'm doing. Yeah, I love it.
And does it pay?
Yeah, it does pay. Yeah, I'm monetised. Been monetised nearly 2 years. I've got 2 channels that are monetised, YouTube and TikTok. The money isn't fantastic, but it's for me it's more than money. It's pride in this. Like I love doing it. It makes me excited to do because I'm getting inner peace. I've been out of prison now nearly 5 years, but I've only been free off licence for 2 years. The
Yeah.
shackles are still there, but
Yeah.
they're fading away. So doing this is like a peace to me,
Yeah.
and that's the genuine truth.
Okay. So money isn't. No. So if we all did this today and there was no cameras,
It'd be the same thing.
you'd still be happy to.
I want to film you.
No,
Or
I
just
mean,
talk.
if there was no YouTube channel, there was nothing
Oh.
financially to come of it, would you, and it was just a conversation for you to get some truth from me, from being an insider,
I would probably
and an
still wanna do it.
understanding of you, would you still want to do
Yeah,
that?
but no one would believe me, would they? If I said I've just filmed an ex-police officer who's a whistleblower, they go, "Where's the proof?" I was like, "Well, I ain't got any." So this is why videos are so good, because there's proof, there's memories, and I can turn my money off my videos if I wanted, but there's no point. Shall I tell you why? I travel the whole country. I deserve a bit of money back, invested, and I don't make a massive profit on my channel, and I don't give 2 monkeys. It's peace for me. And like I said, if I filmed you, if we spoke away from the cameras, would anyone believe me that we've done this?
No, but I'm just wondering if you would get more people willing to do what I'm doing
Yeah, probably.
if you had an off-the-record chat, maybe then with a view of going in front of a camera at a later stage because you've
Yeah.
built that relationship up with them and they trust you and they can see the reason behind what you do
Yeah.
before it's just, I just want to get you in front of a camera
I get it.
because you're going to make money out of it. I just wonder if some people might be a little bit like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll sit down and have a chat with him.
So I have to give you the honest truth. For me to sit with a police officer like I have now, I've never really done in my life. I've only ever been like filming what I'm doing, the auditing, but they never answer questions like you have. So this is something new. I don't think I would have met you before this and been like, this is what's going to happen, because I go with things on impulse. I would never plan it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I find that boring, and people, I don't want to be too associated. But even though I film police, prisons, yeah, I would feel very uncomfortable off the record probably meeting a police officer, if you know what I mean, without the camera, because I'm not saying you're dangerous, but this is my protection as well as your protection, because we're hiding your face. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
It's an hard one. I just don't think I could meet police off camera, because I don't know, I feel uncomfortable. I feel a bit uncomfortable today, even filming, like speaking to you, because it's a big thing you're doing, and I don't know how the audience will react. But I think they will react in a very good way towards you, And maybe they're like, oh, Gypsy looks alright on camera, he's got a bit more hair. I don't know until I watch it back. But yeah, there's something different, isn't it? Any more you want to ask? Because that was an hard question. You've hit me twice. That's like the police in here, isn't it? Like, hard questions. Are you used to the interviews and that?
No.
Cool, mate.
No.
It reminds me of the interviews. You know, when you sit in the interviews, how they grill you. So I felt them, man. Yeah, anything else, Derek?
No, just I suppose that do you find that the videos that you put out, if it's a bit more of a altercation that's involved,
I knew you'd ask this.
that you get a better response from people?
Nope. And
Categorically no.
not categorically no. Lately, like I said to you, I filmed an inspector in Kennington. Yeah, he come out and spoke on corruption. That earned me more money than me getting pushed at Wormwood Scrubs by a prison officer and having full-on aggression. People, I don't know. I think people like my style of interviewing people. What I've been doing lately is interviewing police officers really, and not shoving things down their throat, in the sense of like not giving them a second to talk. I think people want to see this on camera, and I think it gets to the point now with the Met, someone's got to speak out, isn't they? Because it's gone down the drain, mate. And I will say, Terry and all, I'm a very rare breed. I'm the first gypsy auditor. Like, I'm the first gypsy breed to do what we're doing now. So like, that's another reason why I like doing it, to show a different side to my community. That people just think, Channel 5, what's it called, the gypsy programs, yeah? They think, they just grab them. Yeah, like, I know one of my cousins was on one of them, yeah? But they were nice people. Like, we ain't all just the same thing. I'm English, there's Irish, there's Romanian. You know, we originate from India. I'm actually Indian. I don't look Indian. But we're good people deep down. And that's another reason why I did the channel, to show people that. And, no, I couldn't read or write. I've learned all that now. In prison and stuff, so prison was quite good for me because I learned how to read and write. A lot of traveller people will come out now on my channel and talk. They are the worst to get on camera, any travellers, to talk about anything. And I was very nervous my first time to be on camera when I filmed Reading, and I was like so emotional and that, but it just flowed and I've never stopped. Well, I did actually stop last year because I didn't want to do it no more, but I mean, like, I was relentless. I had so many places I want to do, and now being here in Camden, like, I'm very happy with what I've done on my channel, and there's so much more to come. So if any of you like people you speak to, whistleblowers and all, I'll interview them and all if they want. I'm being deadly serious. Do you speak to other people like?
Yeah, one of my best friends.
She was,
but she's left.
What, she's left the force?
Yeah.
Do you reckon she'd be willing to come up and do?
I don't know
about here is a bit heavy, isn't it? Like, I'm used to filming people on the street. Do you know what I mean? I literally am, innit, Vic? You've seen me. Mickey actually seen me at Lambeth police headquarters, and he see himself the aggression of the Met police officers. I'm a very polite guy, and I will interview and talk to anyone. But when people are in my face, like that man was, you see another side. So don't just think auditors are one thing. There's many great auditors. You've got a very good one behind me, the Half an Auditor. There's so many great people that do this that don't judge us all on one thing. You looking for money or views for the aggression. My channel specifically, and many others, show different angles. That's the truth of it. But yeah, is that awkward? Is that done, Terry? Terry, thank you very much. I'm going to have a cigarette. Thank you very much. Hello, camera. Hello, camera. Thank you, Terry.
It's all right.